video, we'll be talking about the Clevertouch browser that comes on your panel. The browser can be found right here on your Lux home screen. Once I select the browser, I'm redirected right into a regular browser that's going to look really similar to any browser that you would use. This is the native browser that comes with your board. This browser will behave similarly to the browser that you have on your laptop or desktop. I can click right into the search bar and I can search for dogs, and I'm going to get some news stories, some shopping. I'm going to check images, and I'm going to select an image by clicking on it. Once I've clicked that image, some other things that I can do in the browser live in this pencil. So I'm going to tap on my floating pencil and I'm going to access this scissors with the dotted line. This is called the snipping tool, and I'm going to use that to crop an image. Once I've cropped the image, you can see that I have some choices. Right here, I can either punch that box out and take a picture of the whole web page, or I can save it, or I can send it to my whiteboard. For the purposes of this demo, we're going to send it to the whiteboard. This image came directly to the last page I had open on my whiteboard. You can see there's a paper airplane here. When I tap that paper airplane, if I have more than one page open in my whiteboard session, I can send it to different pages in my whiteboard session as well. If I want to go right back to my browser, the fastest way I can do that is by hitting this active button, and I can see all of the pages that I have open. I'm going to tap back on the dog. I can open other tabs. This is a great way for you to access your online curriculum if you have it. Some of the other tools that I have available to me while I am on a browser, again, live in the floating pencil. When I touch the other pencil, the board will open what is known as the Annotation Toolbar. So these tools exist when I'm working on a browser. The first one is a pen. You can see that when I click it, it's changing colors. I have 4 presets available for my pen, and I have 4 presets available for my highlighter. Those presets are chosen by selecting the gear and clicking on the colors that you'd like. You can also adjust the thickness and the thinness of those pens by toggling this way. For me, I use the pen at a little bit of a thinner tip, and then I use the highlighter as a thicker tip. But when I have that selected and I write on my board, I'm basically annotating right over the image. I can do the same thing with the highlighter. I can highlight for you that I wrote the word dog. I also have this tool, the A with an underline. In the browser, the A with the underline has a function of web searching. So once I select it and then I can then use my pen or my finger to handwrite the word I am looking to web search. We'll ask, is that what you want to search? I say, yes, that's what I'm looking to search by selecting the down arrow, and a search pane pops up overlaid on the lesson that I'm teaching. I can move this around as I'm teaching if it's in my way, but this is super useful if I'm teaching something and the students have a question about a visual or they have a question about a vocabulary word. I can immediately open this pane and we can go right into searching while I stay in my lesson. The broom will sweep your page clean. The disk will allow you to save to the board. The QR code will allow you to open a QR and share your page. You can also save it to the cloud by tapping on the cloud. When I hit the X, all of the things that I have written and done will disappear. If I'm working in a slide deck like a Google slide or a PowerPoint and I want to advance my presentation, once I advance, the annotations that I have made will go away. So it's important that you save them before you move forward. You will have to close this in order to move forward in your presentation. In the Clever Store, you do have other browsers to choose from, it is a good idea to include different browsers on your panel. They allow you to have more than one browser open at a time. And one of the best reasons to have more than one browser open at a time is because of the active screen. Again, I'm going to hit my pencil and I'm going to select these two tablets that look like they're stacked on top of each other. That same icon lives on the home screen right here. When I tap on it, I get an opportunity to see all of the things that I have open. I'm going to choose this and I'm going to drag it to the side, and then I'm going to choose the whiteboard as my second one. Now I have the opportunity to be teaching about this adorable dog, and my students could be taking notes right here. I can make the notes more prominent on my page, and then the puppy will be smaller, however you'd like to do it. And in order to get out of an active, I just drag the side I want to be predominant across the other side, and that would close the active screen. So that's the best reason to have two different browsers. For more information, please feel free to reach out to the professional development team at pd@bloom.com.